Hi everyone, this is Lisa Washington and welcome to Lisa's Wellness and Beauty Cafe. Spring is in the air and I want to share with you a spring cleanse that I do every year that actually addresses the body, mind, and spirit. So let's get started with the body. So what I like to do before my cleanse, the night before, is to eat a very light green salad with all these awesome veggies. That's my favorite, like cucumbers and zucchini and peppers and tomatoes. I love, and carrots. So those are some of my favorite veggies to put in my salad, and they're very high in fiber as well. And I also like to take a herbal laxative tea, and I like the Yogai. I have it right here. I like the Yogai Get Regular tea. It's really gentle on the stomach, and it's an excellent tea if you're about to start your cleanse. So first thing I get up in the morning, I get a few options. Either I would drink my carrot and apple and ginger juice. And I'll have these recipes on my blog page, setthetablewithlove.wordpress.com. So don't worry about that. And I also like to either drink my roasted dandelion root tea. Dandelion root is excellent for digestion and elimination, and it also is great for detoxifying your liver. And the leaves are actually great for detoxifying your kidneys. And whenever you're doing a cleanse, you want to detoxify the places that help with elimination: the liver, your kidneys, and also your skin. And we'll talk about the skin in a few seconds. The other thing I like to do in the morning is to do a vegetable broth. And I have a great recipe on my website, Set the Table with Love, of an easy vegetable broth that you can make from scratch in your home, because a lot of times store-bought broths are packed out with sodium and other ingredients that we don't want to use. The other nutritional thing you want to incorporate into a detoxifying cleanse is parsley. Parsley is great. It's a diuretic and it's awesome for detoxifying and helping with digestion. If you are pregnant, you want to stay away from the parsley. It's not good for women that are pregnant to consume parsley. It is very detoxifying and it is definitely a diuretic, and we don't want to have that when you are carrying that little one. The other thing is incorporating green leaves and also cabbages. Green leaves and cabbages are a great option that you can use for detoxifying the body. You can add the cabbage to your broth. You can make a nice green salad throughout the day whenever you're detoxifying. This detox I usually do between 1 to 3 days. That's all I usually do, is 1 to 3 days. Now, I may do it the next week 1 to 3 days, but I don't usually do a detox like this for more than 1 to 3 days. The most I've ever done it is 4. But to be safe, 1 to 3 days. All right, so let's get to the outside of the body. Dry brushing is great when you're doing a cleanse and detoxifying. And I'll talk a little bit more about dry brushing on the blog page as well. But go and find you a good dry brush. You can go to any Walmart or Target. A lot of these places carry really good dry brushes. And I'll even have some instructions on how you want to do that. But it's really great doing your detoxification to dry brush. The other thing is taking a detoxification bath. And what I like to do is fill my tub up with water, put about 1.5 cups of Dead Sea salt into the tub, or Epsom salt if you don't have any Dead Sea salt, and using essential oils that help with circulation and elimination. And I'm going to give you just a few of the ones that I like to use. I like to use tea tree oil. I like to use eucalyptus. Sandalwood is very good, and frankincense, and also chamomile. There's tons of other ones out there. They're great for detoxification and elimination. You guys can Google those up and look them up. But those are the ones that I like to use. Not all at one time. I usually use 1 to 2 of those. I usually put tea tree oil and eucalyptus together, and I put about a total of 30 drops in my tub. But you got to do what works for your body. Make sure that you're not allergic to any of these foods I've discussed, or any of the essential oils that you want to put in that tub for your detoxification bath. So dry brush and then get in that tub. That is the body. Let's get to the mind and the spirit. I like to use a great meditation when I'm detoxing. It's always good to keep your mind positive when you're going through a detoxification. And one that I like to use is I am enough. I am good enough. The reason why this is so good for purification of the mind and the spirit is because so many times during our day, probably every second sometime of our day, there's these negative thoughts that are communicating that you're not enough, that you're not good enough. And we don't need that. We need to eliminate that. And this is a great affirmation to help you to eliminate that. I am enough. I am good enough. That doesn't mean that we don't improve. That doesn't mean that we don't strive for excellence. But to know that within who you are, how you came into this world, it was enough. If it was not enough, you probably would have came with a couple other boxes saying to assemble. But we didn't come that way. So you are enough. Remember that. Another great thing for the spirit is while you're detoxifying is to do some yoga, to pray, to write out a note of gratitude to someone or to yourself, or a list of things that you're grateful for. This is great for the body, mind, and spirit as well as you're cleansing. So I hope these tips will help you have an amazing spring cleanse. We clean our house. We clean out our garages. We do all these different things. Let's clean out the body, mind, and spirit and have a great spring, which will help us have an amazing summer and year. Until next time, remember to live well and to live beautifully. And I'll talk to you later, y'all. Bye.